So I want to introduce to you so she can close us out with her grace and the beauty that God has given her, and that of Dr. Carmen Thomas.
Yeah.
Did I do it for you, Chanel? That's my girl right there. Anyways, where's the gems that has been with me, that has been in my office? And come up, because they need to hear from you for a 60-second commercial. Crying on me.
And I'm trying not to cry. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I have so many things to say about Carmen and being a Jim. I'm gonna crunch it to 60 seconds though. Okay? But I've known Carmen for about it's been 19 years. And I think so I met her in church, and she mentored me, took me into her home. Took me into her home. Thank you. There's so much that I can say, but I was, by choice, a girl that gravitated towards the street. So I worked in the drug industry, not pharmaceutical. Really quick though. So gave my life to Christ in the year 2000. In 2001, this beautiful, generous woman of God welcomed me into her home. That allowed me to move from Jackson, Michigan to Lansing, where I have been commuting back and forth for church. So I've had the opportunity. It's kind of hard for me to separate Jim and Carmen. So I want to shine light on Jim, but she is a Jim. And she gave me, so businesswoman in the street, kind of, and then still had a desire to be a woman of God and a businesswoman. She exemplified that. And I love that on every level, even as a Jim. So we separated, I'm trying to fast forward, we separated after some time. I moved out and then, life, and we separated, and I even moved out of state at one point, came back, and she has still been genuine, and I feel like loves me even more. Her and her family. So even living in her house, she set a godly example. And her husband and her children. So to see her where she is now has blessed me. But I'm a Jim as well. And so Carmen spoke to me years ago about, where she thought I was called to be. And I kind of shied away from it. But being reconnected with her has given me the passion to do what I'm called to do. even though there's fear, some fear there, and that, you know, there was different challenges, but Carmen's organization, a sisterhood, I call it, I experienced, even as a Christian woman, life challenges that made me want to shy away from women too. And the sisters encouraged me, so as a gym, I'm encouraged by them to, you know, meet business goals, do business, and just fellowshipping with them and watching them meet and exceed goals. But Carmen has encouraged me, and her facility has allowed me to get rid of certain roadblocks. Most people wanting to start a business, you know, they're thinking about the overhead, what building, how am I going to get. Being a gym allows you to, with Carmen, allows you to use the facility at little to no cost at all. It's really, and then being able to glean the wisdom that she brings, this is really priceless. And I'm honored to be a gym. I'm going to pass it on. I can keep going.
Yes. You're right. Carmen is the utmost respect. When you go into business, you have a lot of organizations that say they do this, they do that, and they do none of it. Carmen, from day one, get it started. Back in
August 2018.
August 2018, she did a pitch contest, and I went up for the pitch contest, and I was one of the winners. I work with kids, and I work with women as well. Carmen stayed up countless nights. She stays in the office all day and night. She put us, literally, and I love y'all two back there going, because we took her away from her family many nights, and from Miller, and she was there for us always. So Transformation Gym is one place, if you're really looking into getting into, if you're not ready for business, don't come to Carmen. I'm just gonna be real, don't come, because we don't have time to waste. And it's like, as a sister, it's literally a family. When you walk in the office, you feel the anointing. We don't do no mess and we don't play no games. And I thank her from the bottom of my heart. And the one thing I always say now, I do infamous. So L for me, it stands for love. Can y'all say love? Love. Love means anything that you go through, you can overcome with love. You have to forgive. Can y'all say I for impact? I for impact. That means wherever you go, you're going to leave an impact in anybody's life when you work with Carmen. Because that's how she developed us. Can we say V for value? V for value. Your business has to have a value. You have to love what you do. You have to have standards and values. And E for execute. Yes. So when we execute, that means we love what we do and we're going to be successful. So the first letter in love is what? Yeah. The second letter in impact? I. The third is B. The last one is E. So we got to live it up to our best life.
All right, hello everyone. I'm Anjanette Jones, and I don't like speaking in front of people. But anyway, that's one thing that I love about Carmen, because the more I stay around her, the more energy she gives me, and she teaches me that I can do anything that I feel that I can do. I can empower when women can empower me. And Carmen, I just want to say, I love you. I thank you for your wisdom and your strength, and you are phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal woman of God. So thank you for instilling and blessing my life.
This one right here, I'm impressed. She came to my office and she said, I need to find out about this gym thing. She said, is it for only black women? I said, well, did you read that somewhere? Because I didn't print it. But she was so cute. She's like, is it just for black women? Because I want to be a gym too. I said, you are a gym. We're all gyms. The gyms is not about your color. But it was so cute. So Jen don't know a stranger. If you guys met her yet,
Oh, bless you. Only slightly cuter was your face. You're like, of course it's fine that you're white. God made you that way. It's fine. All right, so I wasn't prepared at all. So, Grace. So I love that I was sitting there like, ooh, deer in the headlights, and Carmen says to me, you come up here too, you're a gem. Okay. No, she said, you're one of us. And life has been, I'm a grandma, I'm a mom, I'm a business owner, and women are not always nice. Part of my background was in performing arts at the opera. Ooh. So, not a, loving woman sisterhood, and was something that was just, I didn't think it was a real thing. So I did life alone for a long time. And my spirit, and that's bondage and it's a lie. But when you don't know what you don't know, you don't know. So those words, you're one of us, it just inspired my heart so much. And that's how I felt about you from the beginning. I told Carmen that today, I said, I do not know what you saw in me to invite me today, but I'm so grateful. To be honest, you don't know a lot, I just don't tell you what the impact that you've had on me, because a lot of people need your time and love, and I'm good. So thank you for the chance to tell you. But when you invited me to this conference, a year ago, I'd come through some things, and there was something in my life that I was about to return to, and I knew that God had laid it on my heart to let that be. Wow. But when it's familiar, even if it's wilderness, it's familiar. And because you invited me here, it created a schedule conflict for this other thing that I knew I wasn't supposed to do. Unbelievable. So I thank you for giving me the opportunity to take a step in faith and obedience. I've been to Mary Kay. This is my second time around. I was in before for about 13 years, and then had a breakdown. Mental hospital. Who's talking about that? Yeah. When the God of the universe, who owns cattle on 1,000 hills, puts the joy of the Lord in you, the enemy will come against you. And if he can't get you, he'll come against your family. And he did all of that. And I was very, very lost. I was lost in the pit of hell for about 4 years. And this lady and y'all are giving me strength to come back and write chapter 2. I tell my team, don't let your darkest chapter be your final chapter. So thank you for being part of this chapter.
Thank you so much. Wow, y'all, I don't even know what to say. I'm just doing my job. My God job. Yeah, I just do my God job. Because I got a state job, y'all. Did y'all know that? Don't tell nobody. Because I don't talk about it, as you can see. I don't promote the state on social media. Have you ever seen me talk about the state? Because that ain't my purpose. I'm just there, passing through till I get where I'm supposed to go. But it's been a great place to be because I've met some amazing people, which is connected to my next spot on the way out. So, I don't even know what I'm going to say at this moment. My brain stopped. But I wrote something a while ago. I guess I should share it with you guys. Because people look at you and they think you have it all together. Or they think that, you have a lot of money. or they think that you don't have trials and tribulations, but they don't know what we go through when we go home. You know? So yeah, I finished the doctorate degree. Yeah, I finished, because I'm a finisher. So I'm gonna leave you with two things as I share the story, but the important part is I learned how to remain present in situations, and I'm a good listener. So some may think I'm shy or don't talk, but I have a lot to say, but I try to use my words very wisely. Because some places it's not valued, and I'm not wasting my time on words. So I pride myself in being true to who I am. I try to be authentic. I try to share what I want returned back. So I'm present. Present is important to me. And I like to finish and execute. So I accomplish a whole lot of stuff at one time. I don't. It's probably the grace of God and His favor and His mercies. Because I don't even, some days I don't even know how I do what I did. Or I'm like, how did I do that? You know, I did so much in 12 months. Just before we got here, I had to move out of my office space into another office space. And then on that same weekend of moving from an office space to another office space, I moved my granddaughter in her first year of college. A lot. And then I had to go to work the next Monday. Then I had to come back to my office. Tell me, is that like a superhero thing, or it's just God's superpower downpour? So it's God's superpower, right? You know, so that's that virtuous woman. That virtuous woman did a whole lot of stuff, and there's no way she couldn't have done it without the God on the inside, you know? So I know it's Him on the inside of me. So I try not to be jealous of women. I try not to compete with women, because I don't believe that what you have I should even covet. Come on. It's not necessary. For probably the last 15 years, I've always told myself that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. And when things try to confuse my mind, so I don't have to go to the mental breakdown spot, because we all close to it sometimes and we don't stop. So I just tell my mind, and I just thank God every day for giving me the mind of Christ. Because if I have the mind of Christ, I can think straight, I can make good decisions, and I don't make decisions with my emotions. I talk myself. It was like a system I had to put in place in my life. No decisions emotionally, period. And we do it all the time as women. I did it, and they were so not good. I mean, it could have been in bad relationships, bad girlfriend relationships. I don't look for girlfriends. I just ask God, is that the one? Or if it's not, I'm good. I'm good. Because, you know, people think that you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth, and they don't even know your story. So I'm going to share with you what I wrote. I write a lot, and I journal. And just to let you know, so I've been vision board since I was 15. They used to have Vogue magazines in Town and Country, and I used to go downtown from Albion. I go downtown to the drugstore. That's where you got magazines back then. You know, we didn't have Target and Walmart and all that stuff, right? And we didn't have all those fancy things that you use on vision boards. All we had was paper and scissors and glue. There wasn't even a board. See, and my favorite person in the whole world was my grandmother, and she had a vision of her statement on her refrigerator was Psalms 23. So that's where I hung out at. That's where I got my values from. So who would have ever thought a girl growing up in the projects of a small community with a dad and mom who were married, the oldest child of having no recollection of a father living in the home. I didn't say I didn't know him. I just didn't know him as a father living in my home. I knew him and loved him. I loved his smile, his laughter, and I loved watching. So my father died when I was 12. and he was my best friend. You may say, that's a long time ago, but the memories are still here. It's funny, so when my father died, he wasn't sick. And so when my father died, my grandmother came to tell us. My grandmother always came to tell us everything we needed to know. I did have a mother, but my grandmother always came and told us everything. Please don't post me on social media. That's right. It's kind of personal, right? That's right. Some of my stuff I don't think is their business. I'm just sharing with y'all because I want you to understand where I came from, where I'm at, and why I don't need to be jealous of nobody, because I believe God made me for His glory. And so if people don't like it, I just have to do what He wants. It doesn't matter. So I didn't say that I didn't know Him. I just didn't know Him as a father living in my home. I knew Him and loved Him. I loved His smile, His laughter, and I loved watching how both my grandmas loved Him. Until I was 12, then all of a sudden, His life was gone. My grandma in Albion had to deliver the bad news. I was a Baptist church-going girl as a kid who had the opportunity to be exposed to learning about having an intimate relationship with Christ. I didn't always fit in with friends, but them grandmas were my besties. I loved every moment of being with them. How did a girl living in 2 projects learn how to dream so big as a kid? The life begun to happen. Then life began to happen as an adult. That's another class. We're not going to talk about that today. That's a class, workshop, or session on overcoming obstacles that looked impossible. Them grandmas prayed for me and spoke purpose into my life. I have held on to the gems they spoke for dear life and have decided never to let them go. So I fast forward to today. I'm a dreamer. My grandma, so you know, back in the day when you went to the Baptist church, you know, don't judge my grandma. She was awesome. But you know, they played the numbers. So when my grandmother found out I was a dreamer, she would have. No, she didn't ask me for the number. She said what was the dream, because she had a dream book. Y'all know about that? So she said, what was your dream? And I'm telling you, she would hit it. And then we would go shopping. That's a good grandma, y'all. So anyway, don't be judging my grandma. Good family, don't throw shade on my grandma. So, I saw 2 years ago in my dreams, I saw each one of you in a room celebrating each other. I saw no comparison, no shade or shame. I saw laughter, tears of joy, and freedom to be who we are called to be, unapologetically and transparent. I see a sea of sisters pulling each other up from a sinking ship. I see when you succeed, I succeed. I see us celebrating a life of wealth and health together as we build empires. I like empire. Call Tina. You know why I like it? I'm being transparent because I'm not religious.
That's right. Come on.
I love Cookie's attitude. And I love the fact that they are focused on the vision. And then you know what? When I started a nonprofit, I had to create a board, right? Love my board. But before I had a nonprofit started, I had a corporation. So I started creating all this stuff. And a board is not owned by no one. A nonprofit, rather, is not owned by anyone except for the board runs it. So they run it. They tell you what to do. So you can go make all the money, but if you don't have a good system in place, you could lose a lot. Or be put out if you put the wrong people on your board, as you saw who the people was on the board. I put people on the board I could trust. So that's number one. Get you some people on your team that you can trust, that won't go out and discuss things or try to see that you're doing so great and they get envious and they want to steal it from you. So that's my lesson number one. So I'm very careful about what I share publicly. And that's why I said don't put my business on social media, because it's none of their business. That's right. Some things it's just not meant to be shared, right? So I like that show because it opened up my eyes to thinking about boards. You know, I could have probably read it in a book, but just to see it real quick, it was just like, woo. And so then we would meet, my board and I talked to them. Because I also have a consulting practice that I formed some years ago as an LLC. So I created a membership site, and I started thinking about all these things that I was creating, and I was connecting them to this nonprofit. I'm like, oh shoot. And me and my husband, that's my like confidant for real. I mean, he know everything that goes on. Anytime, you know, he know I go to work, then I come home and work, and then I gotta do some more work, and then I go to bed, then I gotta get back up, go to work, come home and work, then I gotta do some more work. And he'll come in the house and he'll be like, he said to me one day, he said, you about to be a blowed up billionaire, girl. He was so serious. And, you know, it's good when your partner, your husband, your spouse see what you're doing, and then your family, you know, they start paying attention, because you have to teach everybody why you can't go everywhere, because you got some big goals to accomplish, right? And they're not for me, because if I don't do them, then I couldn't even have this for you. I mean, if you would have asked me 3 years ago, I wouldn't have had a nonprofit in place. That wasn't even my idea. I didn't even have a plan for a nonprofit. And to have another office, I had a real estate company that went down when the stock market crashed. I ended up with almost $1 million of debt in my name. So to open up another office, and somebody said they weren't a risk taker. I think it was Cynthia. Girl, I take so many risks. Like, but I think it's my faith. I call it faith. I stopped calling mine risks and started calling it faith. So I use my faith to do things that I don't even know how I get in the door. I've been in places, if I told you, somebody in here might get jealous, so I won't tell you that. I learned how to keep things quiet. You know, I do a lot of keeping on the inside, because everybody don't need to know, because I don't want to even give that space to you so you can have that opportunity to not like me.
That's right.
Right? Because I'm not here to be the enemy. I want to support you so you can go where you're going. So when I get some information to share, I don't hold it. I put it out there, and I believe that's why God keeps giving it to me. Because when He gives it to me, I'm putting it out there. So as fast as I get it, I'm throwing it back out. As fast as I get it, I'm throwing it back out. So now I'm asking God, who should I throw it to? And so then He's like, well, you need to create some membership sites. You need to create some programs so people can pay when you get it, and give it to the right people who's serious about investing in themselves. So you don't give it to people who don't believe in giving back, right? Because that's a scarcity mentality when we hold tight, or we can't even come up with $5. And I've given away tons of tickets just to this conference. Wow. So somebody might come in here and think, she done paid thousands of dollars. This costs thousands of dollars. And guess where the money come from? Because I don't get paid for this nonprofit. I don't get a dime. My job is the supplemental thing. So then I had to ask myself, do I let this eat up into my family? My granddaughter got to finish her college and not off the expense of a nonprofit. I mean, I got to use wisdom, right? So God said, no, I got you. I'm like, okay, Lord, that's how I talk to the Lord. I'm like, Lord, are you sure? Because I can't be giving away the future if this ain't right. You know, if they don't want this, or if this is not the right city, then show me the place I should be. So I just started really asking the hard questions so that I can stay on my path. Because, as Pam said, systems. My whole thing is, women, we have to create systems. We have to create legacies so that we can stay recession-proof. Because GM, if it shuts down for real, how many babies ain't gonna have no food? How many people gonna be homeless? For real. And then how long is it gonna be before it affects us who live in a really great neighborhood with a house on a picket fence and all that great stuff? You think you're safe?
No, come on.
And then we can take it a step further. Even if you think you are safe, how can you sleep at night when your brothers and sisters and your babies are going without food? Or they don't have any clothes on their back? So I opened up the space to help out people who were connected to GM. I'm like, just come use it for free. I mean, it's sitting there empty half the time anyways, because I have not had a chance to promote it because I was too busy doing this. So come use it, do your pop-ups if you in here and you need that, because yeah, so they went back to work, but that don't mean the check is gonna make a big deal in their household real quick unless they had 6 months or 12 months worth of savings, so they're gonna be struggling. Christmas is coming. The heat is getting ready to turn up in Michigan, right? So we have issues. We have major issues. So if we learn how to create businesses, or we have a business, grow your business, stop playing business, but be for real with the business. And don't think about business as a hobby. Think about it as a lifestyle, because create wealth that you can take care of other families. Business is no good if you can only take care of you. So I'm going to stop because I get really into this. It just, because I have a problem with homelessness. It just is one of my passions. If I could just make it all go away, that would be my first thing to do. I would just wave my magic wand and wipe it all away. They'll be gone. So, where's Bunny at? Come on, Bunny. So while Bunny coming up, you know, of course, I already got a date in mind for 2020. But I just need a bigger spot. Right. But I do have some sign-ups if you think you are interested in being a vendor. And I also have some sign-ups if you think you want to be a presenter. Because, you know, gyms need to keep being uncovered everywhere. And I would like to uncover them in different states eventually. That's my plan. So there's more gyms in here, I know. And there's gyms out there, so we're going to keep continuously uncovering the gyms. Because weren't these gyms who spoke today and yesterday? They were all for my prayer. And so I have a wall in my private, so I have an office at home where I have stuff everywhere. So all my notes is all over. So I called all this into being. I decreed it and declared it, and I spoke this into existence. I spoke sold out. Tell them, Kim. I kept saying sold out. Lisa, we sending prayers. I said, I'm believing God sold out, and I'm not working hard. I'm doing no ticket sales in October. If they don't get in where they can fit in, they can do 2020. Because I'm for real about this mission. You know, it's not for play for me. This is for real, because it eats up a lot of my time, and I'm not going to waste time on something I don't feel like is valuable. So I need strong believers to get in, you know, lock arms with me for real, right? My sisters, you know, and this right here, she's a global advisor. So we actually have a global advisory team. When I put this mastermind with, right? So Stacy over there, who shared today, you know, she and I would get together and we talk about high-level stuff. I call Shonda, Lisa, and I have certain people that I talk to, and some other people who are successful in their crafts, so that we can talk about going here, because I can't go there if I stay here and get advice from people who own it right here.
That's right.
So I gotta go up or find people who got the same mentality, who wanna go the same place I'm going, and they're not threatened by my idea being crazy. Right? So you gotta be careful with where you wanna go, and there is not real people out here who are serious, you know? And you'll know the ones who are supporters on your tribe because they share with you when they get stuck. They don't just post it on social media and say, girl, I was there. Why didn't you tell me about that opportunity? Oh, and then they don't follow through. That's your clue. Okay, so we're gonna stop on that. So Bunny and I, Bunny always sends me these messages. Actually, her name is Bernadette Johnson, but she's Bunny. She's a consultant. She stepped out on faith from a great position at the credit union some years ago. And she is amazing in her craft. She is, and just like Lisa. And so Bunny does these, going in and doing these middle manager leader sessions. And so when we meet, we like somebody who's starved and giving information back. So I bring my notepad, she bring her notepad, and I'm sharing, girl, you know about this tool? So we share tools and how to make life easier so that we can go faster and faster and faster in our business, right? So there's not a lot of people you can talk to about that. I'm kind of geekish on the inside because I like social media. I like techie stuff. I'm messing with it at home. And I guess at home I'm an introvert because I kind of go in my space and do my thing. And I read a lot of books too. I'm like Pam. I love books. We got books all over the place, right? So we share books too. What are you reading? This is what I got. Get this book, this nugget. So we talking like this all the time. So you know that what you're gonna share, you know it by heart?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Shani, can you bring that? So what do we do? Okay. Look, she gonna tell me, because she shared this with me, but we didn't have to. But I was like, I just see all of us doing this. This is good.
Okay, but I know you guys are holding a space for us, so we're okay. Right?
Right.
Okay. And yes, I'm an introvert. One of the things that I wanted you to understand is that we are ancestors in training. Does that make sense? We are ancestors in training. And so this quote, this is my sister friend, this is one of our sessions, and that's what happens when we get together. Waiters don't even come by the table. We're just into each other and something shows up that's natural. And we allow it to happen. And so this came out of this. And so it is a quote by, it is actually James Baldwin. I heard it through Maya Angelou. And it says, your crown has already been bought and paid for. All you got to do is put it on. So, Sister Carmen, put it on.
Stop. Come here. You. And then if it's crooked,
If it's crooked, you straighten up. That's right. And you don't need to tell the world that it was crooked.
same thing. We just keep going and we just keep taking care of our sisters.
That's great.
That's what we gotta get to. Right? So that's what this is all about. We gotta keep going, sisters that all look different, all smell different. Because I don't like sharing my scent. I mean, I think that's like private sometimes. And even if I shared it, it wouldn't smell the same way. And that could go in many forms, right? But we're not talking about that. So, give yourself a round of applause. I said we would be finished by 3:30. How we doing? I want to say thank you to the sponsors again. Let me say who they are so you can know. My number one sponsor is Miller Thomas. My other sponsor, she designed all my stuff. She's not here, but her name is Tanya Rockamore. She's in California. She sends me stuff back and forth. Express Professionals. Thank you so much, Lisa, for always believing in me. Women in Action, Desiree Kirkland. Case Credit Union. Kerning Advertisement. Thank you so much, Christine.
Yes.
Spring Arbor University family back there. And of course my board. And I'll have my family come up, because my family is here. And Pam Perry is also one of my peeps. Honey, thank you to our music and sound and camera, Mr. Marshall, thank you. Genesis, thank you. All the volunteers in the room. And every ambassadors. I went from volunteers, no more volunteers. You all ambassadors. We are representing well. Where's the ambassadors at this organization? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Toya back there, I just give her my idea out of my head, and she executes. See all these centerpieces on the table? I brought her here, and I'm like, Toya, this is my idea, and I'm sending her stuff back and forth. I said, but I want a crystal curtain. And she's like, what that look like? We throwing stuff back and forth. And then Linda Kemp back there, missionary Linda Kemp. I told her, she's like, I can do that. She was here on ladder doing this. Kim, Milton Mackey, every event that I usually do, Kim has always got her flavor somewhere in it, because I need stuff to be ran tight behind the scenes, you know, because you can't do, so somebody said you gotta assign positions to people. You can't do it all. So, you know, sometimes it costs money to do that. But you know what? It makes you look good. I didn't want this to look like you were coming here and it was, anyways, I wanted you to feel good. Do you guys feel good? Yeah. How do you like your gifts in your bag? Did you get a chance to see your gifts? So, Anna Pryor made all the jewel keychains in the bag, and that was her idea. And then my cousin Trina fan painted each one of your notes in your bag, and she's got the booth back there. And she and I hadn't seen each other in over 20 years. Just gifts and gifts and gifts and gifts and gifts. The UPS man, I told my husband, I said, UPS man probably like, what is these people got going on today? They was bringing boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes, little boxes, big boxes, small packages. She was sending me packages. Tanya was sending me this stuff to try out. Did you get it? Did you get it? Send me a picture. Send it back. I was like, I'm feeling like Queen of Sheba or something. All this stuff going on up in here. This is awesome. So, love sponsors, Evangelist Joyce Jackson, always got my back. Next year, we will not have our events on the same day. So, my event will probably be scheduled ahead of time, because guess what? If I know you're gonna have an event, so far we're looking at 10/10 of 2020. So I can keep it away from her so that I can support her and she can support me. So if you know you're gonna have something and you wanna support me, we need to all learn how to collaborate, right? So we can support and not compete with events that we should all be supporting. Stacy Lewis from State Farm Insurance, Rita Lamaru, she's in the house. My cousin Trina Brandon and Anna Pryor for BET 1111 events. Pam Perry, I got Kim Milton Maggie, Toya Owens, LaToya Burnett, and Rochelle Rigel. I'm so overwhelmed, excited, elated with the outcome from our first statewide Transformation Gyms Women's Empowerment Conference. It was more than I could ever imagine or think. I believe God for 100 women and 110 came. I believe for excellence, and it was everything but that. God showed up, He showed out, He was all in my prayer closet for the last 12 months. Actually 5 years, but 12 months I started working on this plan. I saw what I wanted God to do for each woman who came. I saw the presenters, I saw what they were gonna say, I saw who should go first, so that it can impact every woman that showed up and believed in the vision and dream that God placed on the inside of me. And I just want to say thank you to my community in the greater Lansing area. I want to say thank you, Detroit, because I had women here from Detroit, I had women here from Dallas, I had women here from Indiana, Ohio, wow, Georgia. I'm telling you, God knows how to bring it to pass like none other. And I'm just grateful. I can't even talk about it a whole lot more. I'm overwhelmed, grateful, and I'm just so thankful. And stay tuned, because 2020 is going to be amazing. It's going to probably be double what we had this year. So save the day for October the 10th, 2020. And if you are interested in being a vendor or a presenter for our 2020, you can send me an email at transformationgems@gmail.com. Again, that's transformationgems@gmail.com. Thank you very much. God bless.